Good morning, good evening, and good day. Welcome back to the Let's Get Realty podcast, where we get real about real estate, where we tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and where we get real about reality. This is a safe space to talk about reality in today's world. I'm your host, Jason Cook, your fun-loving, coffee-fueled, reality-rooted realtor based right here in beautiful Seattle, Bellevue area, and greater King County market. Whether you're here for the latest housing scoop or just trying to figure out what the heck is going on in today's real estate world, welcome. You're in the right place. This episode is packed with some juicy real estate insights. Today, we're getting into something that's on a lot of people's minds lately. Why are some homes selling like hotcakes, even over asking price, and others are just hanging out on the market like leftovers in the back of the fridge? You know what I mean. Let's break it down for you, fellas. I'm going to keep it honest, and yes, sprinkle in just a little bit of humor because, hey, we got to stay sane in this market. Segment 1. The real estate paradox. All right, so picture this. 2 houses hit the market the same week in the same neighborhood. One has 3 offers within 48 hours, sells above the list price, and the neighbors are high-fiving in the street. The other, crickets. Maybe a showing here or there, but mostly tumbleweeds. What gives? This kind of market behavior makes sellers just makes them just scratch their heads, and even agents sometimes. But there's actually a pretty clear set of factors at play. While there are always a few mysteries, most of the time it comes down to a combination of pricing, presentation, and perception. Let's dig into what's really driving the winners and whether others just might be missing the mark. Segment 2, pricing. The deal maker or the deal breaker. You've heard it before and you'll hear it again. Pricing is everything, especially in today's market. Buyers are savvy. They've got Zillow alerts, Red Flip updates, and a cousin who knows everything because they binge watch HGTV and they fancy themselves as a property guru. If your home is priced right, it gets traction. If it's overpriced, you'll end up with a lot of, we'll wait to see if the price drop, happens in a few weeks. What's wild is this. Some homes that are priced right are actually selling for above asking price because they generated buzz. They spark emotion. People feel they've found the one, and they don't want to lose it. But homes that start too high often chase the market downward and eventually getting less than they would have if they would have just nailed the price. Segment 3, presentation. Love at first sight. You know how people say you don't judge a book by its cover? Well, buyers absolutely judge a house by its photos. Presentation is everything. The homes that are flying off the market tend to be clean, clutter-free. Yes, that means putting away the pile of Amazon boxes and the lava lamp collection. Staged thoughtfully. I'm not talking marble statues, just some good flow, cozy vibes. We don't really call it staging, we call it better than staging. Professionally photographed homes. Here's the other part. Professionally photographed. Smartphones are great, but nothing beats a wide-angle shot and good lighting. Think of it like dating apps. If your house looks good online, people swipe right. If it looks a dimly lit dungeon or smells like yesterday's tuna sandwich, they walk in, hard pass, swipe left. Buyers want to see themselves living in the space, not your 1978 recliner or your kid's Lego masterpiece that's permanently installed in the hallway. Hey, those are cool. I love it for you. I love it for you. But it's not for everybody. Stigma 4, perception and strategy, the invisible X factor. Here's the part that's a little less tangible, but just as important, perception. If a home is marketed as a move-in ready, buyers expect no surprises. If it's listed as a cute fixer, they expect kind of a price to match that. But beyond that comes a lot down to timing and strategy. Is this listing launched with strong marketing? Is it hitting the MLS the right time of the week? Is there a plan to create urgency? Some homes build a story. They tell buyers why it's special. Others just get tossed into the MLS like someone's listing just used a blender on Craigslist. I can't talk. You need a narrative. You need energy. And you know what? You need to build a buzz. And you need an agent who knows how to build that buzz. Shameless plug. Hi, that's me. Have we met? Nice to meet you. Stigma 5. Bonus round. The intangibles. Don't worry, this is only 2 minutes long. Sometimes it comes down to just pure feel. Some homes, they just feel right. Maybe it's the natural light or the yard that's perfect for the summer BBQs or that cool loft area that screams Zoom background potential. You know what I'm talking about, work from home folks. That's why it's so important to not only prep your home physically, but to help buyers imagine their lifestyle. Imagine their lifestyle there. This is the emotional piece of the puzzle, and it's often what turns a maybe into we need to write an offer right now, and I don't care what it takes, get me that home. Okay, final thoughts. If you're a seller out there wondering why your neighbor's house sold in 2 days while yours hasn't even gotten a nibble, take heart. It's not always the market, sometimes just the approach. And if you're thinking of selling this year, let's chat. We'll look at pricing, presentation, and marketing strategy to make sure your home hits the market with confidence and results. Results, baby. Show me the results. Thanks for joining me on the Let's Get Realty podcast. Whether you're a curious buyer or hopeful seller, or just here for real estate rants, I appreciate you. And remember, when it comes down to buying or selling in the Seattle or Greater King County market, I'm not just your agent, I'm your ally. And like I always say, stay awesome, stay curious, and stay ready to get real. Now on to Let's Get Realty, because I want to give you a dose of reality. Segment 2, reality check. I'm going to talk about the stigma around mental health. All right, we're switching gears. Time for a bit and a talk about something that's way bigger than just real estate, mental health. There's still this frustration and an outdated stigma that hangs around mental health. Issues like an unwelcome guest at a dinner party. Really? We've made progress, yes, but let's get honest. There's still a lot of negative attitudes and some silent judgments floating around. People who are struggling often feel like they have to hide it. Why? Because there's this fear that being open about anxiety, depression, or burnout will make others see them as weak, unstable, or somehow less than. And let me tell you, that couldn't be farther from the truth. Mental health challenges don't discriminate. It doesn't matter how successful you are, how driven you are, or how put together someone looks on the outside. We've all got our stuff. And pretending that we don't only makes things worse. It builds walls when we need connection. The real damage of stigma isn't just the misunderstanding. It's the isolation it causes. People withdraw. They avoid asking for help. And that silence, that's where the real harm is done, where the real harm lives. So what can we do? First, let's talk about it. Let's normalize it. Be that person who says, hey, I've been there too. Or it's okay. not to be okay. You've heard me say that many times. Second, listen more. You don't need to fix someone's problems. You just need to be there. And if you're the one struggling, please hear this. You are not alone. There is nothing wrong with you needing help. We talk a lot about building stronger communities in real estate, but none of that matters if we're not also building healthier ones. That starts with showing up for each other with honesty and compassion. So if this hits home for you or someone you know, take that first step. Talk to a friend. Reach out to a therapist. Just don't keep it locked inside. You're doing better than you think. You deserve support, just like anyone else. Whew. Let's get reality. There you go. Okay, folks. Stay awesome, stay curious, and stay ready to get real. Oh, and don't forget to follow me. Whew. Oh boy. Okay, not really sure what happened there, but something just hit me.